Hello there. This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a brand new Star Wars update into the regards of Shawn Levy and his Star Wars movie. We are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it. In this video, we are going to be taking a read from Collider.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Real quick before we hop into it, check out our Star Wars merch store. It's linked in the description down below. I have a few promo codes for you guys to actually use as well to get some money off, so go check those out. The holidays are right around the corner, and you know, you may find some good gifts in there. Also to also quickly mention that it was only just a couple of days ago we had an update into the regards of Shawn Levy and his Star Wars movie, so seeing kind of like these back-to-back updates is very promising for this Star Wars movie to actually get off the ground up and running here as well. We know Shawn Levy is a very busy filmmaker and individual out there working on both, you know, several other shows and movies, with Deadpool 3 for Marvel. Of course, if you're a Marvel fan, I have my Marvel channel linked in the description down below. Enough chitter chatter, let's take a read here from what Collider.com and their article has to say. Levy is one of a number of directors slated to actually helm a Star Wars film in the coming years, having 3 other Star Wars movies just announced at the beginning of this year at Star Wars Celebration. Director Shawn Levy is a busy man, between working on the much anticipated 5th and final season of the critically acclaimed Netflix show Stranger Things, and as well with his upcoming Marvel film Deadpool 3. As this wasn't already enough for the filmmaker, Shawn Levy is also slated to direct an upcoming film in the Star Wars universe, and while details of course remain slim to none, the director gave a little bit of insight as of what type of project he might be undertaking in a galaxy far, far away. So this here isn't necessarily plot details by any means, but it's giving us more of an idea of what his Star Wars movie is shaping out to, kind of, you know, what it's going to kind of look like a little bit more, and for what it's actually going to look like here going forward here as well. That's something I feel like that we didn't really get that much, especially for Taika Waititi and his Star Wars movie, as well as Kevin Feige and his potential rumored around Star Wars movie. I still don't believe that one though. Those are other Star Wars movies though, claimed Star Wars movies to be happening. Of course, there just isn't really any plot details into regards of what those would actually even be about. So those just feel far away and just non-existent, I think, even at that. So seeing that we might get some potential insight here, some potential plot points and plot details into the regards of what Shawn Levy and his Star Wars movie may be about, I think puts it underneath a different umbrella and makes it way more promising actually. So in a recent interview with Variety, Shawn Levy said that the Lucasfilm team behind Star Wars, of course, gave him creative freedom, saying, "When Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy brought me on board to make a Star Wars movie, her central mandate to me was, I want a Shawn Levy movie," he says. "I want a story and a tone that reflects you and your taste and what you bring to your movies with a Star Wars story. So I felt extremely empowered," Shawn Levy added, though that work on the film was in its early days, of course. Unfortunately, because the development process was abruptly paused due to the both ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA Hollywood strikes. But I feel very empowered to trust my instincts in the development of the story and movie." He also compared his experience of working on Star Wars to working on Deadpool 3 as well. So he also has taken a little of working and undertaking here for his Star Wars project as well, seeing that he's comparing the two with what it's like to work on these 2 biggest franchises in the world, Marvel and Star Wars. He says that, in quote, "The experience that I'm currently having with Marvel on Deadpool is showing me firsthand that it is indeed really possible to feel empowered and personal about making a movie within a universe that is bigger than any one film. My Deadpool movie is turning out to be exactly what Ryan Reynolds and I had hoped when we started off. So I'm going into the development of my Star Wars movie with a similar optimism and faith of my instincts will be allowed to lead the way." Ending that quote right there, I really have to say I absolutely love that. I think that's something that will really work. I love all of that, you know, for one thing, seeing how he's saying that, you know, Kathleen Kennedy and him are on great terms, seeing how she says that she wants a Shawn Levy movie for this Star Wars movie, of course, is a whole nother thing. If you're not really familiar with Shawn Levy and his projects, Stranger Things, of course, Deadpool, Free Guy, I think those are all great examples of his work overall. Of course, there's some other ones you guys can go look up and check out, whatever the case may be. They're just very outgoing. They have a lot of comedic, things to them overall. So seeing that brought into the Star Wars universe, I feel like is something that it has so much potential, and it is something that can really, really, go out there and be something, its own thing, be really incredible, and make and leave a mark on the Star Wars franchise. And then also turning the page to comparing Marvel and Star Wars, the two biggest franchises, of course, in the world, is a whole nother thing. And I love that, actually, surprisingly, at the same time as well. Seeing how he's essentially saying, I kind of want to copy and paste it, bring that same kind of optimism, that same type of faith, and the same type of energy that I'm working on with my Marvel project right now, bring that over to my Star Wars project, is something I absolutely love. Now, Shawn Levy is one of a number of the upcoming Star Wars directors, allegedly, potentially. This is definitely a very promising update, if it's not already clear. I think that this has a lot of potential to actually get off the ground and running, especially in comparison to the many unfortunate Star Wars projects, or movies much rather, that have been announced and rumored around, whatever the case may be, ever since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. None of those projects ever really seem to get off the ground and get going. They just kind of fall flat and are shoved into a corner very quietly by Lucasfilm. Additional details on Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie are hidden through the Force for now, but he is notably one of the many directors who are slated to tackle a Star Wars project in the next couple of years, hopefully. This includes a trio of upcoming films, as I had mentioned earlier on in this video here, that were announced earlier this year at Star Wars Celebration, from Charmin Obid-Chinoy, a Rey Skywalker movie, James Mangold, The First Jedi, and the one and only icon Dave Filoni onto the regards of his Mandoverse movie. Now, plotlines about these films remain slim to none, although, as I had mentioned, Daisy Ridley's Rey is known to be returning for Charmin Obid-Chinoy's film, while Mangold's film will be chronicled on the early days of the Jedi, and Filoni's film will tie into the various Star Wars Disney Plus shows into the regards of Disney Plus with the Mandoverse. First, guys, as I had mentioned, this is a very, very, very promising update here, I feel, for Shawn Levy and his Star Wars movie. At first, I didn't really believe it. I was just like, this is just another Star Wars kind of letdown, I think, to be honest with you guys, at that. So to see this actually get off the ground, it seems, and is getting another update, as I had mentioned, we just covered this here on the channel like just a couple of days ago, and here we are already having another update for this. So very promising. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to hearing what all of your thoughts and opinions and theories are in the comment section down below, guys. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.